Hi Aries, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a reading for Aries. I am doing Valentine's Day romantic love reads for this week. Changing it up a little bit. If you're new to my channel, check out the description box below. There will be something that's a little different down there for this reading because I have changed my intention to do some romantic love readings. The only thing I change is my intention. So this is basically a cold read with just that change of intention. I don't know what's going to come up. I can't guarantee it's going to be a romantic love read for you, Aries, but that's what I'm intending. So we'll see what comes up for you guys. Anyway, if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back to view more of my videos. I appreciate your support more than you know. As always, I do want to remind my viewers that this is a general love reading. So because it can apply to whoever's watching it, it will be varied in how the message comes across. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. My intention, as always, is to reach as many people as I can who need this message the most and who will benefit from it. So we're going to get started, Aries, after a couple more shuffles. So again, this is intended to be a romantic love reading, but the only thing I did was change my intention, so I'm not sure what will come through, so we'll just see together what you guys get. It's been a couple days since I've done some readings. Been dealing with some health issues and haven't been feeling so great, so I just took a little break and decided to start fresh with something new for you guys. So let's see what comes up. Here we go, Aries. Romantic love reading for Aries. Here we go. I'm going to start off with the Five of Swords in reverse, paired with the Fool in your underlying energy. Nine of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and Justice. Okay, Aries, so what I'm getting is, right now it looks like there's a struggle to leave behind a conflict or let something go. I think that come on up, Sylvester, come on. Sylvester the cat is here to join us for your love reading today. He's likely to get in the way rather than, just sit down and be a good cat, but, what can I do? He gets his chance. He usually spends about 2 minutes poking his claws in my leg, and then he'll take off as soon as he makes me bleed enough where he feels satisfied. So Aries, I feel like you've been fighting to hang on to something, but you're trying to let go of a conflict. This could be pertaining, obviously, to the person that you're dealing with. Maybe some past conflict that you've been trying to get past and have a new beginning, a new start. But it's been a rough go. I think you're feeling maybe a little insecure about hanging on, possibly to your partner, to this connection. And maybe you even feel a little bit that if you had to let it go altogether, it would be the right thing. And maybe it is time for a brand new beginning in that area. Let's get some more cards out here for you, Aries. See what else we can come up with. So in your underlying energy, we have the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. the Tower, Judgment in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Sun, and the High Priestess again in reverse again. This is an interesting set right here. The High Priestess in reverse with Judgment in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse with Justice in the upright position. For me, this is about facing reality. That some possibly revisiting some poor choices or some bad decisions, and what it meant for you, what these decisions caused for you in your life, and accepting what the universe brought in for you because of these decisions. And what I'm seeing here, Aries, you know, again, we're looking at a love reading, okay? So you're embodying this Queen of Cups energy in your underlying energy. And to me, this is Aries looking for a new start in love. Taking a chance on something brand new and being open to that. Because I think what I'm seeing is that you've accepted the fact that maybe it's time to walk away from some past conflict that's caused you some grief and rebuild something stable, something that will be beneficial in your life, something that will be positive in your life. Four of Wands is all about building connections and working towards making something positive in your life, whether this is romance or a home or, you know, a good job. It's all about working towards building what makes you feel good and solid and secure and loved. And I feel like you may be leaving something in the past and feel like it's time to let that go. On the other hand, this has been a rough battle for you. I think you've been fighting this for a while. Maybe you've been resisting the inevitable. Maybe you've been resisting what the universe wanted to bring to you or wanted you to change, because the Tower is all about change. You've been fighting the change. You've been fighting, resisting the universe's offer to receive some change in your life. And it's left you feeling maybe a little bit insecure or uncertain. Because I think you've been hanging on to something that probably wasn't good for you. And it's been keeping you a little trapped, Aries. Been keeping you maybe a little in your head. Too focused on the past. Too focused on something that maybe wasn't right for you. And the universe is saying, look, you made some decisions here. Now it's time to accept that means change too. And with this Queen of Cups, with the Fool, to me it looks like you're ready for something brand new. So you could very well be single, is what I'm getting, and ready to receive something brand new into your life, ready to receive that connection that's fulfilling, that's compassionate, that's loving, that's equal give and take. Someone who's willing to give what you have to offer in the area of romance and love. This Queen of Cups is in waiting. She's not trotting off on her white horse looking for her Prince Charming. She's waiting for Prince Charming. On the other hand, just because she's not aggressively going out to seek him, she's open to receiving that love. And those intentions, those positive intentions of being open to receiving that kind of love, sets the tone for that possibility to happen for you. Does that make sense, Aries? Let's get some more cards out here for you and see what else we can get. So I want to remind all my viewers, obviously I'm reading for a Queen of Cups. But this Queen of Cups is just energy. You can be a male embodying this kind of energy of kind of, again, doing away with some things that weren't working for you and being receptive to the idea of love. That's just the passive energy is more of a feminine energy, but males can embody that passive energy. So you can still be a male and resonate with this reading, just as a reminder. And as I say that, we get the King of Wands in your underlying energy. I also want to remind you that if this reading is resonating for you, it can be any of the characters in the reading. You decide what makes sense to you. We have the Five of Wands. Two of Cups. Death in reverse. Four of Pentacles again in the same set of cards with the Four of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords in reverse this time. And the Sun again in the same set of cards with the Sun. Clarifying justice. So as we're talking about the different energies, we get the King of Wands. And I feel like this is the person you're dealing with, Aries. Or you could be the King of Wands, depending on how you're resonating with this reading. So the King of Wands is the person that you're dealing with, and I feel like he's ready to take action. If this is somebody returning back into your life or somebody that you're reconciling with, and it could be some kind of connection, this does feel romantic. This king is ready to leave the past in the past, leave the conflicts behind, and rebuild with you. This King of Wands is a very different energy from the Queen of Cups. This King of Wands is all about taking action, moving toward. This is a very aggressive energy, someone who is ambitious. This is a natural born leader. This is Prince Charming. Dare I say in this romantic read, this is Prince Charming, and I feel like he's coming toward the Queen of Cups, who feels open to receiving any offers he might have. Aries, I feel a little bit like you've been dealing with the stuff in the past, like I said, maybe hanging on to some things that happened in the past, maybe hanging on to old connections that were not working. And that's kept you feeling maybe a little insecure, a little uncertain about what is coming in for you or what the universe has in store for you in the future. And because you've been fighting this, maybe it hasn't transpired for you yet. Maybe this is something that's coming in, or maybe it's coming in for you right now. But we've got the Two of Cups. And again, the Tower indicating change. I feel like you've been fighting this change. I feel like you've been fighting what's been coming in for you. And now that you're embodying this Queen of Cups, ready to receive, this might be the time. Maybe this is the Valentine's Day for Aries. So again, we have this energy in the middle here of this resistance, this idea that you are hanging on to something from your past, or maybe hanging on to a failed connection that has you feeling a little insecure, and maybe even a little pessimistic, or I get the feeling that Aries has kind of poo-pooed the idea of love, or just said, you know what? It's not for me. I don't feel it. I don't want it. You're just kind of downplaying the whole idea of making a connection because of maybe some past relationships that haven't been so positive for you, have made you feel a little bit pessimistic or doubtful or unsure of what the future has to hold for you. But to me, I think that, you know, releasing these past relationships or past disappointments, now that they're no longer keeping you imprisoned, keeping your mind imprisoned, it's okay to let it go and allow the universe to bring something new in. That's what I'm seeing in this first two set of cards. It's a very positive reading so far, Aries. And I do definitely feel that this is a romantic connection that we're looking at here. So I can't tell if this is something new, if this King of Wands is somebody coming back from your past. This could potentially be a relationship that had some problems, and maybe now that you're kind of letting go of the past disappointments related to a current relationship, you're open to starting again with this King of Wands. If this is somebody that's currently in your life, and then this could potentially be someone brand new who is seeing that the door is opened for him because Aries is finally letting go of some disappointments from the past that, you know, kept Aries imprisoned for a while, kept Aries holding on to the disappointments and trapped with this idea that maybe love is not meant for her or him. Let's give this next deck one more shuffle, and then we're going to get some more cards out here for you, Aries, and see what else is going on. Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Two of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse again. Same set of cards. Five of Cups. Seven of Cups. And the King of Cups in reverse. Oops, I want to get one more round of these cards. So the Queen is clarified by this King of Pentacles, and I feel like you have this person on your mind right now. And the King of Pentacles is a very loyal, compassionate individual, somebody who's very grounded. This can be a family man, somebody who is puts others first, a provider, a protector. This could be the person that you have on your mind. You might even be communicating with this King of Wands and letting him know, look, I'm ready to receive love, but this is what I'm looking for. You might have decided to be very blunt and open with communication. And I think that you're allowing people into your life again. You're open to new connections, but you're being very clear about what you want, who you want to build this new life with. And so you're providing this information to this person who I feel is coming towards you. This could be a new suitor. This could be a friend who's romantically interested, or maybe a connection that you just talked to about what you're hopeful for. Because again, I think in the past, you've made some poor choices and you don't want to make these kind of decisions again. You don't want to make a poor decision again. I think you've been, in the past, you tried to hang on to the wrong types of relationships and it brought you grief. You know, you've been trapped by this idea that you have to hang on and make it work. Despite problems, despite conflicts, you still have to hang on. And all it did was cause you grief and pain and suffering. And maybe, you know, you're confused, thinking, I can't let this go. I'm supposed to make it work, right? That's what a good relationship is about. You fight for it, you make it work, you put your best foot forward. And the truth of the matter is, you needed to let that opportunity go. You needed to let the failed relationship go. And it may have confused you for a while, Aries. Maybe you thought, you know what? I wasn't able to hang on to it, so maybe I don't deserve that kind of love. But the truth of the matter was, you were hanging on to this. You were hanging on to a King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who wasn't willing to give what you were willing to give. You're a Queen of Cups in the upright position. This person wasn't emotionally available to you. This person was not giving you what you were offering. And the universe said, let it go. It's okay to do that. It's okay to start again. It's okay to be willing to receive what you deserve in the area of romance. And so I think, Aries, now you're saying, look, to new partners or new potential love partners, new potential people who are willing to give you what you need in order to thrive in a positive connection, you're willing to communicate that now and express your desires to the potential suitors that are coming your way. And again, if you're this King of Wands, listen closely to what your Queen of Cups is telling you, because if you don't have what she needs in order to make a relationship work, then maybe this is not the place to be looking. I think it's smart to be open and honest, be truthful about who you are and what you want in a relationship, and communicate that clearly at the very beginning, so there aren't disappointments and there aren't conflicts that you have to deal with when you get into the relationship and you're connected. And then all of a sudden, surprise, this is really who I am, this is what I want, and then the person that you're talking to doesn't have that to offer because it's not what they want or it's not who they are. If you're open and honest at the very beginning of a relationship, you get what you want because the person going into it with you has a clear understanding of what is required of them in a relationship of that type. Does that make sense, Aries? I think that you're pretty clear-headed about this at this point in time. Let's get our last run of cards out and see if we can't get anything else for you. So we have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Devil. The Sun again in reverse. Five of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. The Four of Cups. And the Moon. So definitely more of the same. What I'm seeing with this last two cards that came out in your underlying energy, this communication, what it's allowing you to do with this King of Wands. And again, I'm reading for the Queen of Cups, but you can be this King of Wands. You decide who you are in this reading. That's up to you. This communication is allowing you to lift the burden or relieve yourself of this potential conflict, because you're willing to have these conversations at the beginning of this relationship. You're willing to be open about what you want, what you desire. You're being upfront with your offer and with what you're willing to receive. And this Queen of Cups wants a King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Wands, just because he's a King of Wands, he's not showing up as this King of Pentacles. This right now is just embodying somebody who's going out after something that he wants. This could be this passionate individual, the knight in shining armor, showing up on your doorstep. He's not a king of pentacles yet because he's not a provider yet. He's not protecting you. He's not providing for you. He's coming in as a king of wands, but that doesn't mean he can't be a king of pentacles. So bear that in mind. Just because he's not showing up as the king of pentacles, which is what you're describing as your ideal mate, the partner that you're seeking, doesn't mean the king of wands can't embody that energy with time. So again, the communication is doing away with or relieving you of the burden of the potential conflicts that come up because the communication wasn't had at the beginning. And like I said, in the past, you may have made the choice not to have those conversations or not to be clear about what it was you wanted. And ultimately, you dealt with some conflict within the relationship that left you feeling insecure and doubtful about yourself. When this is really who you are also, the Queen of Pentacles. Someone who's very compassionate and loving, puts others first, a grounded individual, hard worker. But it left you feeling insecure because you were hanging on to the wrong kind of relationships, the wrong kind of connections. The kind of connections that made you feel less than. Right, Aries? You were hanging on to the love that was coming in the past, I feel, was the kind of love, again, that you felt like you had to make it work because you got involved with the person that, you allowed the person into your life. And so a lot of people say, well, if you want a relationship to work, you have to make sacrifices, you have to take the good with the bad, all that. But I think that you were struggling too much in the relationship and thinking you just had to let go of what was important to you in that kind of relationship, and it kept you imprisoned, kept you feeling like, well, if this is what I have to deal with in this kind of relationship, maybe I don't want it at all. You're hanging on to the wrong kind of love. And again, with this, I just get the feeling that the universe is saying, look, you don't have to have this. You don't have to hang on to that. And it's not in your future if you were honest with yourself, if you communicate openly, if you're willing to accept what the universe has to offer. But be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself and honest with the connections that you're making, and you will find the right people, the right person. This is looking promising, Aries. I can't say that this King of Wands is in your life right now as a partner. It looks like it is somebody coming toward you, or again, like I said, if it's someone coming back from your past and maybe you're starting fresh with this person, you could just be saying, look, this is when we first started out, this is what I wanted, this is what I was hopeful for, and it didn't work out that way, and if we're going to have this again, then we have to revisit this relationship with the expectations of fulfilling what we both want and what we both need within a relationship. I get the feeling that this is something new to you coming in. So if you don't have a potential romantic partner, I do feel like you're a single energy, Aries. This could be something that's coming towards you. Again, communication is key, especially at the very beginning of relationships, being open. And that doesn't mean, that you sit there and list all of your expectations of a future partner and then scare somebody away. That's not what I mean, because I think that potentially is what can happen. You're not going to say, well, you know what, he can only wear blue socks and he has to make me eggs and French toast every morning, and I need you to make sure that you only watch the TV. That, you know, if you do that kind of thing, then you're going to scare everybody away. What I'm saying is be open with your expectations with regard to how you show love, what you feel you need to be reciprocated. What it means to you in the area of intimacy, what your expectations are regarding, you know, how you operate in the home, what you expect of your partner. It should be equal give and take. If you're a Queen of Pentacles, then it makes perfect sense that you want a King of Pentacles, because these people are both very loyal and compassionate and loving, and willing to put other people first. They're both caring and grounded people. They have their feet on the ground, realistic. Okay, let's get a card for Aries to round out this reading, finish it up. Some advice for Aries. You know, Aries, what I'm seeing more than anything too from this reading is that whatever past relationships didn't work out for you, what they did was leave you with a real solid sense of what you know that you need in that kind of relationship. So certainly they may have felt bad. It may have felt bad letting those go, feeling like they were failed opportunities. I'm sure you felt disappointed and sad, but it gave you a clear understanding, of what you really want. Cleared up the confusion, right? Helped you clear up the mystery about what it is you're looking for regarding love. Okay, Spirit. I need one card for Aries out of my Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. And then we're going to finish up this reading for Aries. My very first love reading for YouTube. I don't usually set those kind of intentions because I like to receive whatever messages Spirit has to give for people. But I figured in the spirit of Valentine's Day, why not? And I like how this one turned out. It's a very positive reading. It feels good. And it feels good for you, Aries. I think you're headed in the right direction. I think you have some positive energy coming your way, and possibly some romance. Okay, Spirit, I need one card. If one doesn't fall out soon, I might just pick one out of the deck. Oh, here we go. There's three. Okay, we're going to take all three. The Child, the Five of Water in reverse, and the Sage. So I'm not going to read the Sage because I know this card pretty well. The Sage is all about wisdom and gaining knowledge and from experience, and being that person that takes experience to the bank and has a clear understanding of where he is and where he's going. And this is somebody you seek out because you know they have that wisdom and that understanding of what life has to offer because they've been through it and back. And this person is a lifelong learner, somebody who accepts the life lessons, the good with the bad. And I think that is representative of you, Aries, especially regarding your past experiences, your past disappointments in love. The Five of Cups, I'm going to look at how long these are. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Five of Cups in reverse is Five of Water. That's about recovering from grief, picking up the pieces, putting the puzzle back together after disappointments. Let me grab my glasses across the table. Usually have them within reach when I start my readings. And the child is all about brand new beginnings, about looking at life with a beginner's mindset, with new eyes, with innocence. So let's take a look at these, Aries, and see what we have. So the Five of Water is a potential blockage. It's relatively short, so I'm going to start with this and read it for you. Okay, Aries, here we go. The Five of Water reversed is a gentle reminder that while it is okay to feel hard done by now and again, and to allow ourselves to be swept up in one of life's many dramas, it does not serve us well to embrace a victim mindset on a long-term or permanent basis. There comes a time when we must unlock the emotional chains that bind us and walk free of them. The Five of Water reversed may be asking us whether the moment that we have bound ourselves to has passed, and if so, to accept that what is done cannot be undone. Therefore, it may be time to stop gnashing our teeth, wailing and moaning and pointing fingers, for continued self-pity is likely to do nothing more than alienate others and hamper our potential. Remember, as always, that we play a part in every situation. We make choices, both passive and active, that influence every outcome that manifests. New and different choices can be made in the present. Choose to move forward. The Five of Water reversed advises us not to be a slave to emotions and moments that no longer serve. It's time to stop feeling sorry for ourselves. Certainly indicative of this energy that we were talking about, this Eight of Swords, freeing yourself from past failures, past disappointments, things that didn't work out, because all it did was serve to trap you in grief. And there's that Five of Cups, trapped in grief. Definitely applies to this reading. Let's take a look at the child. So the child's meaning is very short. The child stands confident, taking innocent joy and delight in her connection with the world in which she dwells. She is untouched by fear and full of hope and trust. Despite any hardship, struggle, and harm she has faced, she continues to see only beauty through eyes bright with wonder. She sees the good in all. She is both magic and magical, an innocent soul who believes in happily ever after. How cute is that? That brought tears to my eyes. Time to believe in happy ever after, Aries. There it is. It's time to believe in happily ever after. Good for you. This was a really nice reading, Aries. I'm very happy for you. I wish all the best for you. I hope this reading gave you something to take away and move towards something positive in your life. I really appreciate you joining me. If this reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye, Aries.